rates, the highest spike in 3 decades. A financial expert explains how the move could impact you. Next at 5:30.
A warning
To fight inflation, the Fed raises interest rates with its biggest spike in 28 years. So here's the question. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, we have the chance now to talk to a finance expert, Dr. Larry Gehrig of Florida Memorial University. Dr. Gehrig, thank you so much for being with us. This hike, of course, is meant to help with inflation. So how does this 0.75 interest rate increase help the average person?
Well, everybody's going to say it doesn't help, right? It can help you by, if you have savings or you have investments, the interest return you get on those will increase. So you get more money that way. How another way that hopefully we teach in the classroom to help is that you understand now what happens with inflation, how the prices are going up, how the costs are being more, you're paying higher interest, your house is costing significantly more, your payments are more, is that hopefully you slow down and rethink and budget to how you can save your money for the future. So when we have instances like these, we're better prepared and financially literate enough to be able to understand what's happening and how to protect ourselves from that.
Yeah, and of course, because prices are definitely rising up more than 8% since last year. And you brought up the example of buying a home, so let's talk about that. What can someone expect to pay now compared to last year? Because the mortgage rates are going to go up. I know there's going to be a lag time before we see that, but how soon and how much will we see in terms of higher interest rates?
Well, in history shows it's been a while. Unfortunately, right now, we're not really in history. Ours are increasing faster. So just based on the inflation or the cost of money, if they want to, they want to tighten the money supply so there's less people buying, so the prices come down is the reason for increasing rates and then what inflation is. So you're basically a $400,000 house a year ago, you're going to pay $430,000, right? But the other point is, as you just put up, the interest rates have increased. So that increase in interest rate, which pretty close to has doubled since before the pandemic, right after the pandemic.
Wow.
Your mortgage monthly payment would now be $1,100 to $1,300 a month more. So that really limits, if you could afford a $400,000 house a year ago,
right,
you can no longer afford a $400,000 house. You're now in the $360 range.
Yeah.
So those houses either A, have to come down, or we need to get more supply.
Yeah, and that's the issue, that supply. A lot of people struggling to find the houses in their price range, and now as their price range has to shift due to inflation and due to these changing interest rates, it's going to be certainly difficult times for a lot of people out there. Professor, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for explaining that. All right, moving on now at